The first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Minnesota.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. If you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early. That really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand and it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message. Let them know that you came to play.
Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block. He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And they give this time to the tailback. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A gain of 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Rolling to his right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 20.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And the Vikings.
They run again on 1st down. Peterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2.
Conversion.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
The pass.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Eluding the pressure right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
The pass. Intercepted by the...
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Deep ball. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Out of the gun now on third down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
The pass.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
It's fourth down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 45 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a first and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. A down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
2 yards on the pickup.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This will be caught inside the 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
First down, Minnesota.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2nd and 6. He'll buy some time right. This will be caught inside the 10.
Jason Witten. That's good for a Cowboys. First down and goal to go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
He was brought down.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 24-yard line.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 8. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with this 3-score deficit and time fading. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12. First down, Vikings.
Here's Peterson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They run. Peterson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
And the Vikings.
He's going to fire one deep over the... And that's caught inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Cowboys 28, Vikings 17.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. Now the second down throw on target. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Complete to Jason Witten. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
Here we go on second and 12. They'll roll him out right.
19-yard line.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
That'll be complete to Cook. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Peterson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught.
Tonight,
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.